Hello everyone, I'm Brian and today I'm going to be reacting to top 10 Indian foods. Most amazing food in the world. Well, that's obviously an opinion, but I will say I've tried some Indian foods and they are amazing. In the world, I haven't tried the rest of the world out. I've tried some, but yes, very good. So, I know no one requested this, but I wanted to do this because I actually want, there is an Indian restaurant close by, relatively close by, and I've eaten there before. I had to stop because one, I can't quite afford it. I mean, it's cheap, relatively speaking, but also I'm gonna get fatter than I already am, so that's not good. So I have to restrain myself. But ever since there's a lot of Indians that watch my videos and a lot of requests, and actually what I want to do now is I want to look at the top 10 based on this person's opinion on what Indian food is, and I hope you guys can kind of correct it and point me in the right direction because I think I would like you guys to tell me what is your top three favorites. Listen to the comments below, and based on what everyone's response is, I will see if the Indian restaurant has those or can make those, and I'll order it and eat it in front of the camera, in front of y'all, and give you my opinion. Can't order too much. I can order some. I just don't know how much I can order. Depends on the price. I haven't been there in a long time. I did look them up recently, and I think they moved to a better place. They started. They were a very small group of people, and they looked like they rented out a house, and um, but they did a really good job, and I think they made enough money to move to a better place, better to serve people. So obviously they're very successful. So that's why I'm reacting to this because I want you guys to tell me what your top three is, and whatever the top three, if everyone is, whoever gets the most, like say, even if your top three is like, should I say, as long as it's on there and majority of people have it on there, I will try to see if I can get that. I'll try hopefully at least three different foods. I'd like to be more for sure, but again, all depends on the price. So let's go ahead and give this video a shot though. It's not the best
Number 10.
video.
Paneer Butter Masala.
Yeah,
Paneer Butter Masala is one of the best-seller Indian restaurant dish.
I will say this is the closest one I could find. If there's another video out there, I don't know if I'm gonna do another reaction to it just because I feel like I'll be milking it, but I didn't really want to keep watching so many of them because I wanted to want to find one that was good. And aside from that odd voice, it might be a decent pick. So I don't know if how accurate this video is or not. So let's go ahead and keep on going.
Paneer Butter Masala belong to the North Indian cuisine, and many of the popular Indian curries belong to the North Indian cuisine only.
Hmm.
It is a really very delicious curry cooked in a red Indian gravy and served with the roti, paratha or butter naan. It is very cheap and you can in $1, and at a fancy restaurant it will cost just around $2. Paneer Butter
To
Masala
us
is
dollar.
available almost everywhere in India, including major cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, Hyderabad, Chennai, Ahmedabad, Jaipur,
It's just
Mysuru,
listening. So yeah,
etc.
let me know how
In
accurate
most of
this
the Indian
is.
restaurants,
I mean,
Paneer Butter
obviously
Masala is
food is
best-seller Indian
very
curry. You can get the
subjective in
video
terms of what's
recipe
your
on
favorite and what is really the best.
youtube.com/PanTV,
But
and
you can get
full recipes
a
is
an
available at
objectable
www.foodtvnetwork.com.
what is more
Number 9.
popular. That
Butter
doesn't
naan.
necessarily mean it's the best.
A very delicious and totally different kind of Indian bread.
I like the way he's
Butter
being.
naan is must for the every food lover in the world.
that's
If
so
any Indian is
that's so weird, but I
ordering
like
food
it.
in a restaurant 8 out of 10 times he will order the naan bread only. Naan goes
Yes.
good with the Indian curries like paneer butter masala, kadai chicken, palak paneer, mutter paneer, etc. You have to pay just $1 for the 2 butter naan at most of the places. If
That's
you
like the
ever come to
staple,
India,
pretty
you
much, I
must try
think.
butter naan with paneer butter masala. You
Right?
can watch the naan making video on our channel. It is usually cooked in a charcoal oven, which is known as tandoor. Tandoori is a special kind of Indian oven, in which Indian like to cook butter naan, paneer tikka, chicken tandoori, etc.
You know, I watched Gordon Ramsay whenever he went through India to learn how to cook over there, and I seen this, and I'm like, oh, I was a little afraid that like the thing will fall off and go into the charcoal. I'm always like, oh, it's like, oh, is it gonna stick? I mean, obviously, Indian people have been doing this for a long time, so they know. But just for me, for like, oh my gosh, it's gonna fall. Oh, I don't remember if Gordon Ramsay actually, I don't know if all of his were successful. I can't remember. I watch a lot of his shows, so I can't remember very specific things, but I do remember him doing this, and it was quite funny. But yeah, oh my god, really, really amazing bread. I mean, this thing, it goes with almost anything with a soup that's very soupy. Oh my gosh, you kidding me?
There are many
I wish I
kinds of naan is
like I'm trying to learn how to cook myself, but man, I would love to be able to cook like this too.
available in every Indian restaurant or double like garlic naan, bolad naan,
I swear, like most people avoid breads, but this is the one kind of bread you don't want to avoid. You must have this with almost every meal. I swear. I mean,
kashmiri
every
naan,
dish of
cheese
Indian
naan,
dish. It just
etc.
goes perfectly with
Number 8. Keshori.
Indian dishes.
Keshori is a very famous Indian street food, which is available almost everywhere in India with different size and shapes. It is a very good Indian fast food, which is very good, and you can have it in breakfast or as a snack at any time. It is a deep-fried Indian savory dish, which is stuffed with the vegetable stuffing and wrapped in a crispy cover made from the all-purpose flour or maida.
Oh.
They deep-fry the keshoris until it became golden brown and
I don't
crispy
think
from
I've ever
outside.
tried this one.
It is very cheap, and you can get one plate of keshori in just around 30 cents. Usually keshori is
30
served
cents,
with
that's
the
really
chutneys, and
that
indom
is
is
pretty
served
cheap.
with a potato or aloo curry. You can find keshoris at most of the Indian street food carts and shops. I personally like keshori very much, and the keshori in Rajasthan and Delhi. Oh, so
I never
good.
tried that one before.
Number 7.
I don't remember if the Indian restaurant served that or not. Continue
Common
going.
dhokla. A spongy and mouth-watering Gujarati fast food, which is heavenly delicious and healthy too. Basically, dhokla means a steamed spongy cake made from the gram flour. It is specialty of Gujarat. I personally like it very much. Common dhokla is also known as besan dhokla, kanda dhokla, nylon,
I have no idea what he's saying there. Hokle?
common, etc. It is available at almost every place in India. But the
I will say I never tried this one either.
Gujarat and Mumbai are the best place to try some amazing.
I'm curious. I mean, even though you live in India, that doesn't necessarily mean you tried every Indian food. Let me know if there's any one of these that you have not tried. I'd be honestly amazed if Indian people haven't tried Indian food, but then again, not really. Kind of like the United States, even though I live in the United States, doesn't mean I tried every U.S. food. It's the United States and India are very large countries, and it's not people cannot necessarily afford to travel and try different foods, and there are some foods that are just so exquisitely expensive, so stupidly expensive that I don't necessarily care to try it because it's just unless someone pays for it, then I'll give it a shot. But other than that, paying for myself, there are other things I could buy.
Common dhokla S. It is very cheap. You can get 2 plates of besan dhokla at just $1. If you are a true food lover, must try dhokla at least once in a lifetime.
Again, I will say this, and I said it before. I'm generally willing to try anything once. I don't know if there's why I say almost anything is because I don't know if there are things out there that I'm not willing to try, but I generally want to try as many things as I can because you only live once, and you don't want to regret not trying some things, right?
Usually
And you never know, you might like it.
dhokla is served with a green chutney made from the herbs. In most of the Gujarati functions, parties, weddings, etc. you will find common dhokla. Thank to
Hokla.
Gujarat for giving such an amazing dish to the world. You can have
Is this like no? It said savory. It looks like a cake, and then he did say it was like a cake like thing. It was so weird. It's deceptive if you just look at the sides only. It's like, oh, it's a cake, and you expect to eat it. It's like, oh, it's more like not cake.
dhokla in breakfast or lunch or in a dinner. It is not spicy at all, so anybody can have
Oh,
dhokla at any time.
I thought those were like jalapenos on top. It looked like it would be a little bit spicy, but it's not spicy. Okay, that I was not expecting.
Time during the whole day. Number 6. Fafda Jalbi. Another Gujarati-esque favorite and delicious street food from the state of Gujarat, India. Fafda and jalbi are 2 different dishes served together in a plate in the breakfast in Gujarat. Gujarati people love it too much, and seriously, it is heavenly delicious fast food. Let us ask first, what is fafda? Fafda is a Gujarati snack made from the gram flour or besan. It is crunchy and very good in taste. They deep fry it until it became very crunchy and soft at a time. Now what is jalbi? Jalbi is a very unique Indian sweet or dessert with is very common sweet dish in the all Indian cities. It is made from the fermented plain flour and sugar syrup. It is very heavy dish. So whenever eating jalbi, forgot the dieting and calories, blah blah blah. Fafda and jalbi served together in a plate with papaya salad and deep-fried green chilies, very hot in the Gujarati breakfast. If you want to try best Fafda and jalbi, Ahmedabad, Surat, Vadodara and Mumbai are the best places to try it. You can find faf jalbi at most of the places in Gujarat. It is a very cheap. You can get one plate in just rupees 30 or 50 cents. Number
Okay, I've never tried that one either. I've not seen that in the restaurant. I mean, there's only I don't know how many Indian restaurants are close by, but when I heard about this Indian restaurant for the first time, a lot of my coworkers said it was really, really good, and I wanted to try it. Again, I do want to try as much food as different as possible, just because I want to. I mean, enjoy it. You never know. You know, you might really, really like it, and you might hate it. Who knows? But at least give it a fair shot, and then judge whether you like it or not.
5. Aloo paratha. Wow, I love aloo paratha. Aloo paratha is a very special kind of Indian stuffed flatbread. You can have aloo paratha in breakfast or lunch. It is served with a cup of tea or coffee in Indian cities. Aloo means nothing but the potatoes. It is a very
Hmm.
delicious Indian food,
So
which
it's a
is not
potato
spicy
bread?
and almost everybody likes it very much. They make it after stuffing masala potato inside the dough made from the whole wheat.
Oh,
It is a good dish to start a colorful.
so it's a regular wheat bread with stuffed potato something? From what I'm understanding, this guy. I do like potato bread. It tastes really good. It's not this, but just regular loaf breads that it says potato bread. So whatever that's made out of.
Morning in India. They cook aloo paratha on the tawa or deep fry it. In most of the North Indian cities you will find delicious aloo paratha in just Rs 10 to 20 or in just
What is he adding there? I was figuring it was oil, but I think it's too liquidy to be oil. Is that just regular water to steam it a bit?
$1 you can get 6 paratha.
That looks.
Number 4.
Never tried it.
Lassi. Lassi, oh lassi. I like lassi very much. If you are coming from Europe or American it will be your favorite drink for sure. Lassi is made from the yogurt, sugar and some flavors like mango, strawberry, pineapple, etc. It is a very good and delicious Indian dessert drink. It is very popular, and you will find it at the every nook and corner in India.
I have to try this.
One glass for just 10 or 20
Who doesn't like sweets and desserts? Come on.
rupees. Oh yum yum. So good. Number 3.
I have to try that. I hope. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to rewind it because I want to hear the name of it.
Very good and delicious Indian. Lassi is made from the yolk.
It is a lassie or glassy? If you understood what that is, could you please leave in the comment? Because I definitely, this is one thing I definitely have to try. For sure. No doubt. Come on, you gotta have at least a dessert with the meal, you know?
Oh yum yum. So good. Number 3. Chicken biryani. Chicken biryani is one of the best Indian non-vegetarian. It is very famous across the globe. It is common in the Indian cities like Hyderabad, Mumbai, Delhi, etc. You can find country's best biryani houses in the city of Hyderabad. It is made from the boiled rice and chicken after adding some Indian spices in it. It is so good. Do you know how good is the biryani? After eating
Are those
biryani, will
really
you go
long
back
grain
to your
rice?
country where you don't
Wow.
get it?
I've not seen that long of a grain rice.
It will come in your dream every day. You can get one plate of biryani in under 2 USD.
I bet you that sauce is amazing. The spices. It's gonna be amazing.
If you want to try best biryani, must go the Hyderabad.
Okay, so I've never tried. I don't think I've tried that one. Number 3. I tried to try it all the dish whenever I went over there, but I don't remember the names. I don't remember if they actually had the names on the dish, but I didn't really care what the names were. I just wanted to try them out, and then whatever I found I like, I would eat most of that. But obviously, you want to know the name so that you want to keep ordering it. And I can't, I couldn't. I'll tell you after what I like that I remember. Let's continue on.
Number 2. Chole Bhature. Chole and Bhature, 2 different dishes in a plate. Sound really good. It is a very cheap and healthy breakfast option for the India. It is very famous towards the North India side. Chole means white chickpeas and Bhature means a deep fried bread made from the plain flour or maida.
Whoa,
They serve chole bhature with some onions and pickle in the breakfast.
dang, that thing
You can
expanded.
also have it in the lunch or dinner, no problem at all. Get it. It is very cheap, and you can make two belly full in just $1.
I will say, if you don't know what that is and you look at it like, man, that is amazing. That thing is huge, and then you realize it's mostly air. But I bet you it still tastes really good. But it's just like you're like, oh man, this is very deceiving. It's very big, but it's not exactly like solid or anything. It's fluffy, very very fluffy. It looks like it was really
Of
quickly
Delaware,
made too.
Mumbai. Number 1. Samosa. Oh, it has been so long we are counting from 10 to 1 backward. And finally we come to end this amazing Indian food journey with our number 1 monster. Samosa is a very famous Indian savory dish. It is made from the potato stuffing.
Oh, and the last one, I don't think that was in our Indian restaurant too. So I'm gonna say a few things about the Indian restaurant close by and about this listing after it's done.
Which is known as aloo in India. It is so good that every Indian just can't live without samosa. From early morning to midnight, Indian can have samosa only. Must eat samosa if you are a true food lover. It is very cheap and delicious Indian fast food. Just pay $1 for 6 samosas.
Really? Chinese egg noodles, most times in video. Okay, so I'll leave a link to the video in the description as well as the picture. That way to get credit for it. But I guess I'm a little bit disappointed that my favorite dish isn't on here. But I'm not saying. And again, it's just my favorite dish. I figured it'd be up there though, but I guess not. I'm again. This is I'm assuming his opinion on what the top 10 Indian foods are. I don't necessarily know if, in fact, these are the exact same ratings for all Indians, which I doubt. I mean, most of them would probably consider them to be top 10 foods. So, when I went to the Indian restaurant, I wanted to try everything just because I wanted to see what I liked and what I didn't like. I will say I liked everything, but there's a few that I liked the most. And I don't remember the name because it's been over 5 years since I ate over there. I don't go out and eat very much. Can't afford to. But the thing that I remember, it was green. It was a bit thick soupy, so it's not like liquid, but it's a little thicker. And mix that with rice. Oh my gosh, that is so good. I remember taking my friends out there. It's like that I don't think they've ever been to an Indian restaurant. It's like, oh no, you got to try this place out. We went there and we absolutely loved it again. And I think they went the next day without me. Those punks. But yeah, it was really really good. And I talking about it and seeing all this makes me want to go out there again. But I want to get a few of the dishes, my favorites, so I can show y'all what I like. And and actually give you the name too. Hopefully I can find their menu online. So again, just list the top three that y'all like, and I'll see if they have them. And whatever in those top three has the most votes, it doesn't matter whether it's number one or number two. So long as, like, say 50 people has one dish that's listed in the top three, I'll try to get that one and just work down the list from there if I possibly can. It won't be done right away. Obviously, this is going to be need a little bit more time for everyone to respond. But I definitely want to try out what my Indian viewers or people who just like Indian food in general, what their top three is, and I'll give it a shot. It's been forever since I've eaten Indian food. I will definitely be getting that dessert if they have it. So that's not going to be included. That's just going to be bonus. The bread, are you kidding me? That has to come too. And then my favorite dish. Well, that may be three things, but I want to try to incorporate maybe three more or two more things into that. All right, so yeah. Oh my gosh, and I try to watch. When I watch Gordon Ramsay, he actually competed in one of the competition in there. He got second place. That's pretty good, considering that he is a top renowned chef. Now that doesn't mean he's top renowned in India or good at cooking Indian food, but it does help to know how to cook certain things. But I'm generally glad that Gordon Ramsay goes around trying to learn other people's cultures, food, and trying to make the best out of it. Because he says a lot of the. I'm sorry, I'm rambling on. But he says a lot of the Indian food in his country that are made, are not exactly Indian food. They're not as good as Indian food, like real authentic Indian food. And I completely get that. It's the same thing in America. America is a multicultural thing, and the people over here tend to change it a little bit because maybe they don't have the spices, or maybe there's a better, not a better way to make it, but a easier way to make it, and maybe it's difficult to do it back, do it the original way, and there's another way, and it does change the flavor a bit. So Anyways, that's my reaction to top 10 Indian foods based on what this guy's opinion is. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.